Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel. My name is Adriana and I am going to be giving you a reading for the month of January. So I have already picked your cards because it does take me a while to pick them. And I have also looked up your horoscope for a bit of context. So for your horoscope, there is multiple things going on, but what I mainly took away is in regards to this reading is that it is a month for you to be rebellious, to find new ways for you to have your relationships and your daily life, and it is a time to focus on your relationships and that energy that you are putting into those. I feel like there was something else, but I can't remember. But to going into the actual reading that I pulled, I am getting that you may have already lost something or you are going to lose something this January. So what I'm seeing is that you may be perceiving something as lost or as failed when maybe it hasn't actually been lost or failed, or you have not lost it entirely. And I am seeing a breakup in here, but this doesn't mean that all of you are going to have a breakup, but I am seeing that some of you might. And so for that, you may have had a breakup, but you have not lost this person entirely in your life. And that may be where you will find new ways in order to keep this relationship going in a different way. With your cards, the first one that I pulled is the Ten of Swords, which is bringing up pain because you are having some pain come up from whatever it is that you feel like you have lost. And with your next card, we've got the Five of Cups, which in this card, right, we have the 3 cups that have been tipped over. The contents have spilled out and have disappeared, but there is still the 2 cups behind him that are still full. But he is in complete sorrow over the 3 cups that he has lost. And so you're being asked this month to take time to grieve what it is that you have lost, but don't forget that you still have that you haven't lost everything. You still have this relationship, or you have other relationships, and if it has to do with work, there is always another job, another project, another direction that you can go. So you haven't lost everything, but allow yourself the time to fully grieve. And then once you have processed through that, I have the Eight of Wands, which is shooting into the sky, striking towards something. And so what I'm seeing for you for January is that you need to process your emotions of loss, and then you can redirect your energy toward something new, something else. But in order to strike that and reach the goal that you have for yourself, you need to fully process the emotions that are coming up for you. And for your additional cards, I pulled for your thinking. What you should change about your thinking for this month is say thank you. And so what I'm seeing from that is gratitude, being grateful for the experiences that you have had, even those negative experiences. Recognize what it is that you have learned and gained about your situations. So if you are getting out of a breakup, reflect on what you have gained from that relationship, and how you have grown as a person, and how that has shaped what it is that you want in a future relationship. And just taking time to be grateful about what it is that you still have in your life, and the areas that are working for you. And I also pulled a card for what it is that you need to learn this month. And as I already said, it is about grieving your losses. And so what I'm seeing is just that you need to fully process that information, but also to not downplay what it is that you have lost. Because I'm seeing that some of you maybe try to bounce back too quickly. Leaving a relationship and saying, well, it's okay, it isn't that big a deal because of XYZ, or there's plenty of other people, and just trying to focus on that hope and that processing the actual hurt that is coming up for you. And so what you need to learn is to actually process those emotions in order to move forward, because oftentimes if we hold on to those emotions, then we are prone to possibly replay those same patterns. So you may end up in a similar relationship with a similar outcome. But if you process those emotions first, then you have a greater potential to get out of that pattern. And interestingly, for your card on what it is that you need to let go of this month, you got love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And so I think with this, you need to let go of the love and attachment that you have to what it is that you have lost. And that doesn't mean that you can't still be grateful for it, or appreciate that experience, or if it's a person that you have to do the opposite and hate that person. But you need to let go of that attachment that you have for it. And if it is a person, if they do leave your life, you need to be okay with that and not hold on to that love and attachment, that you need to have them in your life in order to move forward. And then I also pulled a card for what it is that you need to focus on this month. And what you got is, you are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all of the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot see us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. We never walk away. We walk right beside you. And so I think with this is just reaching out to others and the community, particularly if this does have to do with a relationship, recognizing that you can get back out there and you can meet new people, but also in that time between starting a new relationship, focusing your efforts away from romance and onto your friendships, onto the other relationships that you still have going on in your life, to give yourself that time to process. And then lastly, I also pulled a rune card for you. And I cannot pronounce these correctly, but you got Dagas, which means breakthrough, enlightenment, balance point, transformation, and awakening. So what I'm seeing here is that by allowing yourself to process the emotions that come up from whatever it is that you've lost, you are going to have an internal transformation that will allow you to strike towards what it is that you really want, so that you don't have to go through this pattern of loss again. And with that, I end your reading for January, Aquarius, and I hope to see you again in February.